interrupt our regularly scheduled programming to bring you this local Pueblo sports broadcast. This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo, 1350. Let's head courtside and join the voice of the pack, Jim Brooks.
And thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Massari Arena for tonight's RMAC doubleheader. Here on Fox Sports Pueblo, as the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs is in town for a key doubleheader matchup here tonight for both the women and the men. The women will get started here shortly. And the reason it is such a key doubleheader, let's just take a look at the standings here. First for the women's game, which we'll be doing here shortly at 5:30. Thunderwolves now sitting in second place in not only the Mountain Division, but second place overall in the RMAC. Only one game behind Colorado Mines. The Thunderwolves are at 12-3. Mines sits at 13-2. Thunderwolves right now are tied with Black Hills State, who is also at 12-3. But remember, the Thunderwolves have a head-to-head win over Black Hills State earlier this year. Uccs, they sit just a game behind the Thunderwolves, as they are 11-4. They're currently tied with Regis in second place in the Rocky Division. Third place or fourth place overall in the RMAC. Colorado Christian also at 11-4 record. So you got 6 teams right there that the eventual conference champion could be, with 7 games to go in this season, and everybody kind of playing each other head to head down the stretch here. It should all shake out, and any one of these teams to get on a hot streak, win 7 in a row, chances are you're going to win the conference. So a very important matchup here tonight. In particular for UCCS, they got to feel they got to win out. And that would start right here at Massari Arena. If they lose, then they find themselves perhaps 3 games out at the end of the night with 6 to go. That's a little bit tougher nut to crack. But the Thunderwolves, they could perhaps afford a loss tonight and still be able to survive it. But Jim Turgeon wants none of that. He wants to come out here and win the ball game tonight here against UCCS. And they are the defending league champions, won the tournament last year, won the regular season, so they are a very tough outfit. They don't quite have the firepower they had last year. Abby Kirchhoff has graduated. She was the superstar, probably the most valuable player of the conference. So she's not here, but one player they do have back is one Brittany Hernandez. And the question tonight is her health. Turned an ankle last Friday night, went back into the ball game briefly, couldn't go, and then they held her out of Saturday night's contest. But she is a 6'1" junior out of Air Academy High School in the Springs. She averages 21 points and 8 rebounds a game. She shoots it at a 47% clip. Likes to get it inside, but she can also go out on the perimeter. She's hit 17 3-pointers this year, so she's got enough game on the outside to keep you honest. And Jim Turgeon really worried about what she brings to the table for this ball club. We'll just have to see how healthy she is. And watching her here before the ball game, she seems to be moving all right in warm-ups. But we all know that game situation can be a little bit different. So we'll just see how that shakes out for UCCS. Thunderwolves coming off a very successful road trip last week on the western slope and then on into Utah. They defeated Mesa in a hard-fought ball game on Friday night, 70-59, a game they trailed early on but came back to win. And then on the road in Salt Lake City against Westminster. Westminster perhaps playing one of their best games of the year. Bottom feeder in the league as far as the record goes, 4-11 coming in. They're in last place in the Rocky Division of the RMAC, but they played anything but like that on Saturday night. Gave the Thunderwolves a real tough test. D'Arietta with a clutch 3-pointer late in the game. Then Thunderwolves got a couple of stops on defense. Ashley Piper with a key steal. Thunderwolves hit their free throws down the stretch, end up winning the ball game 66-62. So they're on a little bit of a high here coming into the ball game and on a 2-game winning streak after winning the road trip last week. UCCS, on the other hand, they have won 5 straight to run their record now to 11-4. At one point in the conference season, they were 6-4, but those 5 in a row have put them right back into the chance to defend their RMAC title. Thunderwolves looking for a little bit better game tonight from Csu-Pueblo. She had a great game on Friday night against Mesa. Probably really helped the Thunderwolves to win that ball game, but then followed it up on Saturday night. Probably her worst game as a Thunderwolf. And 0 of 13 from the field, held scoreless, also fouled out of the ball game. So she's looking for a great bounce-back game tonight. And she's very rarely had 2 bad games in a row in her career, so we look for big things from her here tonight for the Thunderwolves. That kind of gives you the scene setter for tonight's ball game. We'll come back after this timeout. We'll talk to the head coach, Jim Turgeon. That all comes your way next. Thunderwolves pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo. Show. Joining me now, head coach Jim Turgeon. Jim, nice to be back at home, but you got a couple of tough matchups this weekend.
Yeah, they seem like they're always tough every time out, but it's really nice to be home. 5 of our last 7 regular season games are at home. I think that's an advantage. Even though we've actually kind of played better on the road, but I think this is going to be a good thing here in the next few days.
Well, this UCCS ball club, it seems like they're getting better as the year goes on. They're right up there, and they know it's a must-win for them if they want to compete for a title. You kind of know it's a must-win for you guys to stay in the hunt, so we should have a good ball game.
Should be a good game. They were picked either first or second. I think they picked second in the conference, and they kind of started out slow, but they've won 5 in a row and playing really well. The interesting thing is going to be that they're the leading scoring team in the conference, and we're one of the leading defensive teams in the conference. So be a contrasting styles. We'll try to slow them down a little bit, and we'll have to have a chance to win.
But conversely, though, it seems like your team's comfortable playing that type of ball game if it does get a little bit faster pace, because you seem to function all right that way.
Well, I think we play multiple styles. I think we can slow it down, grind it out, and put the ball inside. I think we can run. I think we can, if they pack it in on us, I think we're capable of shooting the 3-point. I think we're a well-rounded team. So, we'll adjust how the game goes, and hopefully the ball bounces our way.
Well, speaking of 3-point shots, they get up almost 8.5, 9 3-pointers a ball game, so they can do it outside. But I think it starts with what they can do inside. It's kind of that inside-out thing.
Well, Brittany Hernandez is the best player in the conference. She can play inside now, but she's definitely a force inside. One place they hurt a lot of people is in transition. They hit a lot of threes, so we got to pick up the shoot, and we haven't done that very well this year against teams that shoot the ball well. It's picking them up. If we're in the half-court offense, we're pretty good at picking up shooters, but in transition, we got to make sure we find their shooters.
Well, and then also they seem to force a lot of turnovers a ball game. They force 18 a ball game, so you got to really take extra care of the ball.
Yeah, early in the year they were pressing for 40 minutes. They're not doing that as much as they were earlier in the season, but I'm more worried about how we take care of the ball and not what they're doing pressure. Dee's done a great job all year. We just need some of our other players to pick up and not turn the dang thing over so much, and if we can do that, I think we'll have a chance to win.
Now, early in the season, you were winning a lot of games by a fairly good margin. Here of late, you've been able to win some grinded-out games. I think it's really helped your ball club.
Well, our seniors have been great. I mentioned Dee and Ashley and Mari, and then the freshmen just been exceptional. Every close game, we've been able to make adjustments. But that's easy for a coach to do, but it's hard for the players to actually do it. And it's a credit to our kids to be able to make the adjustments and win those close games at the end.
And of course, last Saturday night, Sue Anderson wants to forget about that one. 0 for 13. You all got to hope your superstar has a good ball game.
Well, it's going to be interesting. Her first shot up. She's. I'm just be honest. She can be fragile at times, and when things are going really good, they're really good, and sometimes she gets down on herself and things get going bad. But her teammates will pick her up, I'm sure, if she starts slow. But we need her to play well. She's a fantastic player, and I expect her to play well tonight.
All right, good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, Thunderwolves head coach Jim Turgeon back with the starting lineups, opening tip-off. All comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to Massari Arena. I guess it'd help if I turned my dial up. But we're ready to go. Thunderwolves and the Mountain Lions of UCCS. Kind of the arch rival of the Thunderwolves, but a weird thing this year. The conference with their new schedule realignment. We used to be the travel partner with UCCS, so you'd see them twice a year. But this year, the way they changed things up, they put UCCS on the other side of the bracket. So we only see them once this year, once next year. As next year, the Mountain Lions won't come here. We'll play them up in the Springs, only the one occasion. Then they'll see how they regroup things the following year for the RMAC. But the way it sits this year, this will be the only meeting unless they face each other in the postseason. But it's always been a spirited rivalry. UCCS came in and won a playoff game one year, remember? But the Thunderwolves have also had some success up there. They played the Downtown Classic a couple times. That was always a lot of fun. So we look forward to it here. Men's game should be a beauty as well tonight, as Thunderwolves looking to bounce back. They've on a 3-game losing streak. They really need to figure out a way to come up with a victory here tonight against the Mountain Lion Ball Club, and they are just on fire right now. The men's ball club for UCCS as they come in tonight. They are 10-5, but they have won 5 in a row. Hard to believe at one point this year they were 5-5, but they have also on a 5-game winning streak, as are their women. So the Mountain Lions program's in good shape right now and trying to really kick it in gear for this stretch drive. Thunderwolves trying to hold serve here on their home court this weekend against UCCS. We're going to take a timeout right now. We'll come back. We'll be here in 2 minutes for the starting lineups. The opening tip-off all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Let's join Dave Miller for tonight's starting lineups.
First for the Mountain Lions, a 5'8" junior wearing 00, Shayna Leaf. A 5'9" senior from Colorado Springs, Colorado, wearing number 5, Shannon Kelly. A 5'5" junior from Parker, Colorado, and wearing number 13, Jen Vigil. A 5'10" freshman from Louisville, Colorado, wearing number 20, Kelly O'Flanagan. And a 6'1" junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado, number 35, Brittany Hernandez. Head coach of the Mountain Lions, Sean Nelson. And now, the starting lineup for your Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves. A 5'4" senior from Pueblo West, Colorado, number 1, D. Arietta. A 5'8" sophomore from Vancouver, Washington, number 32, Tule Anderson. A 6' junior freshman from Greenwood Village, Colorado, number 42, Molly Rohr. A 6' freshman from Loomis, California, number 33, Lauren Hines. And a 5'10" senior from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, number 13, Ashley Piper. Volunteer assistant Tommy Turgeon, assistant coach Tara Moyers, and head coach of the Thunderwolves, Jim Turgeon.
There you have it, our starting lineups. We thank Dave Miller each and every home ball game here at Massari Arena for bringing that to you. We think that adds a lot to our start of the broadcast. Plus, it gives me a chance to take care of a little bit of business here while he does that. Thunderwolves in their home white, blue numerals, red trim. UCCS, a little different look this year. I don't remember these uniforms. Maybe they've had them. All black. Black numerals with a gold trim around the numerals. So kind of a black on black thing with a little gold trim. Thunderwolves will move it left to right as we sit courtside here on Dave Socher Press Row. Have the high honor of doing that each and every home game. Molly Rohr to jump center against Brittany Hernandez. She will get the start, and the Mountain Lions control the tap. And then we'll bring it across the timeline. It'll be O'Flanagan with the ball onto the right side. Jen Vigil there comes way out top of it. They work the ball around the perimeter, faking the three-pointers. O'Flanagan looking down low for Hernandez. Can't get it to her. Now she'll dribble to the top of the key. Now backs out of there. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Now starts a drive on Tule Su. In from the right all the way to the hoop. Running right-hander, no good. Hernandez with a strong rebound and lays it in. That's what you got to be worried about. She is tough on the inside. 2-0 UCCS with the early lead. Piper on the right wing for the Thunderwolves. Up top to Tule Su. Fakes. Drives into the paint. Goes all the way to the hoop and missed the layup. And the rebound to Shannon Kelly. Beats the ball up top to O'Flanagan. On to the left side to Kelly. Kelly now to Hernandez. Thought about the three-pointer. She'll jack one up from there occasionally. Goes down to the baseline. Leaf with it. She arrives into the lane. Missed the running left-hander and a rebound to Piper. She'll bring it across the timeline. Dribbles to the free throw line. Stops, goes left side. Tule Su for three. Short. And the ball saved by Hine on the baseline, and it's picked up, though, by Hernandez for UCCS. Ball knocked away. Hine almost had the steal. And across the timeline with it now, Kelly. Kelly at the top of the key onto the right side. To O'Flanagan, lobs it inside. Hernandez turns and faces on Rohr, fakes the jumper, drives into the paint, now kicks it outside to Kelly, drives baseline, cut off by Piper. Now outside. Good defense here by the Thunderbolts. 7 on the shot clock. Driving in, Leaf walk for the ball. 2-0. UCCS with the early lead. Glad to have you along here tonight on Fox Sports Pueblo, as well as listening online or watching the video feed. You're using our audio, but they're using the pictures from CET tonight with our audio. So kind of a hodgepodge. Here's Hine at the right corner of the key. Goes left side to Arrieta. Arrieta moves in. Goes down low to Rohr. Turns, faces, goes up with the left-hand hook and banks it in. Molly Rohr, very good with that left hand. Likes to use the glass. Ties the game up at 2 apiece. Back the other way. Here's O'Flanagan. Drives the baseline. Cut off. And she walked through the ball. Got cut off on the baseline there and had nowhere to go with it. Took the extra step, but she was caught. Inbounds pass. Comes into Arrieta, and she'll walk it up across the timeline. Dribbles to the top of the key. Now to the right wing. Holds things up there. Gives it up to Piper up at the top of the key. Can't get the shot off. Held up there. Goes outside to Sue Anderson. 13 on the shot clock. Left side to Piper. Down low to Rohr. She's in. Goes up with the left hand and banks it in. Molly Rohr with all 4 for the Thunderwolves. Their first lead of the ball game. Back across the timeline comes O'Flanagan. On to the left wing. Kelly drives the baseline. Cut off. Now skips it out of bounds. Good defense by the Thunderwolves. As Kelly got pinned on the baseline, had nowhere to go with it, just flung the ball out of bounds into about the 3rd row across the way. Inbounds pass to Arrieta. She gets the play call from Jim Turgeon, and Arrieta brings it across the timeline. On to the left side to Sue. Now to Hine. Right side to Piper. Thought about the 3. Can't get it off. She'll drive the baseline. Goes all the way in. Goes up and left it a little bit short. And the rebound to Hernandez. It's the outlet pass ahead to Vigil on the right wing. Now lobs it down inside. Ball knocked away by Hine, but it's right into the hands. Elise, she drives underneath the basket. Goes up. Right hand reverse, no good. Rebound on the weak side by Kelly. Shot blocked. Rebound loose in the lane. Picked up by Hernandez. She has the ball knocked away by Hine. She has the steal. In the backcourt. Gets rid of it now to Anderson. Anderson in from the right. Spins. Goes outside to Piper. Piper to the free throw line. Pulls up. Little running right-hander. Missed it. And the rebound to the Mountain Lions. Outlet pass ahead here to O'Flanagan. She'll bring it across the timeline. On to the left wing. Steps back. Long 3-pointer. Swish. Kelly O'Flanagan gives the Mountain Lions the lead back. 5-4. 6:10 to go here in the first quarter. Sue on the right wing. Up top to Piper. She's open for the 3 ball. It's off the mark. Rebound goes off the head of Leaf, but right into the hands of the Mountain Lions, Jen Vigil. She's on the right wing. Comes up top to Kelly. Kelly loses it, now regains. On to the right side. Ball knocked away by Sue, but she can't make the steal. It goes out of bounds. Thunderbolt's going to go with a couple of substitutions here. Patterson into the ball game, and Lambert in. Piper and Anderson will come out. And a familiar name to Thunderwolves fans, Jenna Knoffel into the ball game. Younger sister of the former Thunderwolves men's player, Jed Knoffel. Out of Littleton. Ball up at the top of the key. Here is Knoffel with it. On the left wing, thought about the 3, drives around the screen, pulls up, launches from downtown, missed it, rebound to Arrieta. Now she's got the same jeans as her brother. Here's Arrieta on the right wing. She stops and pops for 3. Switch. Petey Arrieta from downtown. Her first 3 of the game, 7-5. Thunderwolves on top by 2. Ball on the right side. Knoffel with it. Comes up top to Fisher. On to the left side to O'Flanagan. Down onto the block. Leaf. Backs her way into the paint. Goes up. Turns. Misses. Rohr with a rebound. Outlet pass. Gets it ahead to Arrieta. Arrieta across the timeline for the Thunderwolves. Goes cross court. Lambert can't get the 3 off. Hands it off. Now return feed to Lambert. Steps back. Won't take the 3. Looks inside, dribbles to the top of the key, goes right side to Patterson. Patterson holds it, comes up top now to Rohr. Rohr left side, Lambert's open for 3 on the way, in and out. Heartbreaker there, and the rebound to Leaf. It's the outlet pass to Beal, and she'll bring it across the timeline. Well set up. Down by 2 with the ball, UCCS. Here's a long three-pointer. Jen Vigil off the back iron, no good. Strong rebound inside by Tori Fisher. She got inside of Hine and Rohr. Foul called on Rohr. And we have our first timeout of the ball game. Media timeout. Thunderwolves lead at 7-5. 1 minute timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves on top 7-5. As we mentioned earlier, CET in the house tonight. Game being televised in Colorado. Comcast Entertainment Television, but for people watching online from out of state or all over the country, in state for that matter, if you're online watching us on the Stretch internet feed, they're using their video and our audio, so we'll walk you through the ball game here tonight with our Fox Sports Pueblo broadcast. Jen Vigil to trigger it in on the baseline for the Mountain Lions. Angie Moore into the ball game for the Thunderwolves. Inbounds pass comes outside to Knopfel. Thought about the three-pointer, won't take it. Goes on to the right side to Vigil. Vigil up top to Leaf. Now down on the block. Fisher with it. Turns, faces, can't get the shot off. Comes outside. Three-pointer on the way by Gabby Ramirez. No good. Rebound by Leaf. Lost it. Comes outside to Patterson. Patterson will bring it across the timeline for the Thunderwolves. Gets around Knopfel. In from the right. Goes all the way to hoop and doesn't get the layup. Rebound. Beagley on the baseline. Gets it outside to Moore and hands it off now to Arrieta. Iron unkind so far to the Thunderwolves on this side. Here's Leaf up top to Patterson, left side to Arrieta. Arrieta goes inside to Moore. She's in, goes up with the left hand and banks it in. Angie Moore makes it 9-5. Give the assist to Arrieta. Thunderwolves with their biggest lead of the early going. Ball on the left side, Knopfel with it. Comes up top now to Leaf. Leaf onto the right side. This is Gabby Ramirez. Goes down on the block to Fisher. Turns, faces. She's surrounded. Double teamed. In trouble. Gets rid of it. Comes outside. Ramirez. They skip across court. Knopfel. Three-pointer off the back iron. No good. Pushing foul inside here on the Mountain Lions. It'll be called on Tori Fisher. Shoving off on Angie Moore. So the first foul of the game against the Mountain Lions goes against Fisher. We're even in that category. One team foul apiece. Arrieta gets her first break of the game, so they'll go now back with Tule Sue Anderson. So Tule Sue in the game along with Patterson. Moore, Lambert, and Beagley round out the five on the floor right now. So 4 bench players in there right now for the Thunderwolves. They lead it 9-5. Patterson onto the right side to Tule Sue. It's inside, can't get it to Beagley. Up top now to Lambert. Lambert holds it. There goes left side to Moore. Moore skips it up top to Anderson. Fakes, drives to the free throw line. Threw the ball away. Comes right back to Tule Sue. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up. Long three-pointer. In and out. No good. The ball just will not go down for Tule Sue the last 2 ball games. Feet up ahead. Here's Knopfel on the wing. Fakes. Now stops on the wing. Kills the dribble. Comes outside. This is Gabby Ramirez, back right side to Knopfel. Knopfel up top with it. Here's a long three-pointer by Hernandez, and she gets the shooter's roll. 2-point shot for Brittany Hernandez. So it's 9-7. Up top, here's Tule Sue. Three-pointer on the way, off the back iron. It just will not go. And she commits a foul in the backcourt trying to make the steal. Well, Tule Sue, she went 0 for 13 last Saturday night in Salt Lake City, and some tough shooting luck already in this ball game. 0 for 4, I believe, on my count here. Here's the ball on the right side. Ramirez gives it up top to Knopfel, lobs it inside. Here is Hernandez, turns, faces, goes up, walk through the ball. Good defense there by Angie Moore. Brittany Hernandez looks over to the official and says, "You know who I am? I'm a superstar. I shouldn't be called for that." Katie Ressi, Evan Sharples, and Josh Rombach are officials tonight. Here's Lambert on the left wing. Lobs it inside to Moore. Surrounded. Turns, faces, is tied up, and the alternating possession will belong to the Thunderwolves. 2:10 to go here in the first quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 9-7. Tule Sue to trigger it in on the baseline. Had an issue with the shot clock. You want to make sure it's correct. 14. 1 more second going to go off the clock here. Anderson to trigger it in. Gets it into Moore on the baseline. Wheels down the lane. Missed the layup, though. And the rebound to Hernandez. Gets the outlet pass ahead. Here is Knopfel. Knopfel, a little crossover dribble. Now on to the left side to Ramirez. Ramirez lobs it down inside to Leaf. Turns, faces, surrounded. Outside, now into the corner. Knopfel's open. Three-pointer on the way. Air ball. Rebound to Lambert. Outlet pass to Patterson. Patterson on the fly across the timeline. In from the right. Cut off on the wing. Goes into the corner to Csu-Pueblo. Now she dribbles out top. Has the ball poked free. Regains. Goes down low to Moore on the baseline. Turns. Faces from 10. Good. Angie Moore with 4. 11-7. Thunderwolves on top. Matches their biggest lead here of the first quarter. Ramirez brings it across the timeline. Leaf behind the play. Had to tie her shoe. Now she's back in action. Here's Knoffel. Goes up top to Hernandez. Fakes the three. Right down the paint and missed the layup. Rebound to Beagley. Outlet pass to Patterson. She'll bring it across the timeline. On the fly. Pulls up on the wing. Lobs it down low to Moore. Goes up. Ball knocked away by the smaller player. Good play there by Knoffel, getting her hands in on it. Thunderwolves come back in now with Piper and Rohr. Lambert and Moore come out of the game. Arrieta back in as well. Patterson out. Piper to trigger in on the baseline with 1:10 to go here in the first quarter. Goes way outside, gets it to Csu-Pueblo. Csu-Pueblo starts a drive, has the ball stripped away and stolen by the Mountain Lions. Outlet pass ahead. Here is Ramirez. Stumbles on the right wing. Cut off there. Keeps the dribble alive. Comes out top of it. Here's Hernandez. Driving to the base. Shot blocked by Rohr. Says, get that weak shot out of here. So the freshman introduces herself to a Player of the Year candidate right there. It'll be Gabby Ramirez who triggered it on the baseline for the Mountain Lions. Holds it. Lobs it outside. To the corner. Now driving in with it, Ramirez. Cut off. Comes way outside with it to Vigil. Back right side to Ramirez. Skips it up top to Hernandez. Fakes. Now launches for 3 off the back iron. Rebound to Arrieta. Arrieta now on the fly. Across the timeline for the Thunderwolves. To the right wing. Now he gives it off to Johnson. Up top to Beagley. Left side to Piper. Piper moves around a screen. To the free throw line. Cut off there. Goes left side. Arrieta's wide open. Three-pointer on the way. Short. And the rebound to Mia Carter. Last shot opportunity here for the Mountain Lions. As Vigil will walk it up across the timeline. They trail it 11-7 here in the early going. Knoffel now on the left wing. Goes up top to Hernandez. Hernandez onto the right side to Vigil. Now she dribbles out around the timeline. Looks for a high screen from Hernandez. Doesn't get much with it. Now back to Hernandez. She launches again, and this time hits. 2-point bucket for Hernandez. She has 6. 11-9. 1 second to go from half court. Arrieta banks it up off the backboard. No good. End of 1 quarter of play from Massari Arena. Thunderwolves lead it 11-9. Back with the second quarter after this 1-minute timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo. 11-9, Thunderwolves. They hold the high-flying Mountain Lions, the highest-scoring team in the conference. They average 74 a game. Well, they're on pace right now for 36. I don't think they'll be held down that long. Thunderwolves are going to have to pick up their offensive game, I think, here. They're going to go with a little pressure. Ball ahead. Here's Knoffel. Moves into the free throw line. Down the line. Pulls up. Hands the ball off. Right hand. Hook up and in. Soft touch there by Mia Carter. Her first bucket of the game. Ties things up at 11 apiece. Here's Arrieta on left side to Jasmine Johnson. Goes down low to Rohr. Hands it off to Piper. In from the right. Goes up. Missed it, but was fouled. Foul on Knoffel. So to the free throw line, Ashley Piper on the year, 74% from the line. Free throw up and in and out, no good. .40 out of 54 coming into tonight's game. Thunderwolves as a team shoot 68% from the free throw line. Second toss is up and it's good. So 1 out of 2 for Piper. She's on the board with 1 point. It's 12-11. Thunderwolves on top. Had 2 lead changes and 2 ties here in the early going. Chance for another lead change right here. Hernandez on the right wing. Starts a drive on Rohr. In from the right, goes underneath the basket. Kicks it out into the corner. Long three-pointer swish. Jen Vigil from deep in the corner. Makes it 14-12. Here's a drive back, and it's Piper to the hoop, and she's fouled by Hernandez.
Jazzy, we got to know where she's at all the time.
Nope, they're not going to call it on Hernandez. They're going to call it on Kelly on a reach prior to that. So, beg your pardon there. Still 2 free throws for Ashley Piper. Free throw up and good. She'll have one more. On the way, swish. So last 3 points of the game coming from Ashley Piper. That ties the game up at 14 apiece. Third tie here of the first half. Ball on the right side. V-Hill with it. Lobs it up top to Hernandez. Now comes left side. This is Gabby Ramirez. Goes down on the block. Turning, facing Mia Carter. Comes outside. Now into the corner. Driving the baseline. Cut off. Back outside. 3-pointer by Kelly. Off the back iron. No good. And Hine couldn't get the rebound. It's secured. Good inside position by Mia Carter. And she lays it in. 16-14. 2-point lead for the Mountain Lions. Here's Arietta on the right wing. Up top to Piper. Jumps into a 3-pointer. In and out. No good. And the rebound to Hernandez. Back the other way. Ramirez comes cross court. Now into the corner. Kelly down on the block to Carter. Now they'll back out of there and set up the offense. On to the left side. Kelly with it. Now gives it up top to Carter. On to the right side to V-Hill. Very patient here. Pass up to top to Ramirez. Into the right side. Hernandez missed the jumper. Rebound to Rohr. Outlet pass to Arietta. Arietta brings it across the timeline for the Thunderbolts. Fires it ahead of Johnson. Johnson on the left wing. Moves into the free throw line. Goes outside. Looked like she walked with it. Got away with it to Arietta. Arietta holds it up top to Johnson. Right side Arietta. Looking down low for Hine. Can't find it. They go to Rohr instead for 3. Short. And a rebound. Good job by Hernandez. And then she is tied up. Jump ball as Johnson tied up Hernandez. Alternating possession belongs to the Thunderwolves. It's a good play there by Johnson, stealing a possession. Hine comes out of the game. That back flaring up again as she reaches for that lower back. It's been a problem with her here of late. Her parents are in attendance here tonight. Met them before the ball game. They don't want to see that. And now it will be Ashley Piper to trigger it on the baseline. Lobs it into Rohr. She's open. 10-footer in the lane. Missed it off the back iron. No. And the rebound by Kelly gets it ahead to V-Hill. She'll bring it across the timeline. 16-14. UCCS on top by 2. Ball up top to Leaf onto the left wing. Here's V-Hill. Lobs it down on the block to Carter. Backs her way in on Rohr. Goes up with the right-hand hook and flips it in there. Mia Carter off the bench has 6. She only averages 3 a game. 18-14. Thunderwolves down by 4. Here's Johnson on the right wing. Up top to Piper. Down low to Rohr in the lane. Has the ball stripped and stolen away. Ahead of the field. Here's Ramirez. Cut off, though. Now back pass, charging foul on Kelly. It's got to be. Not quite sure why Ramirez just stopped that time. Thought she should take it to the hoop, but she heard the footsteps. Stopped at the free throw line, then handed the ball off, and it created the charge situation. Foul on Shannon Kelly, her second. Inbounds pass to Arietta. Arietta will bring it across the timeline. On to the left wing to Piper. Piper holds it there, gives it off to Tule-Su. Drives on the right wing, bumped outside, no call. Drives to the free throw line, hands it off to Rohr to Piper. Piper down the lane, reached that, ball jabbed at and stolen away by UCCS. Good quick hands. Ball on the right side. Here's V-Hill. Gives the ball up top. Long three-pointer by Knoffel. I told you she's related to her brother. My goodness. No conscience whatsoever. Timeout taken by the Thunderwolves. 6:49 to go in the first half. Thunderwolves trail at 18-14. 1 minute timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo. 18-14 Mountain Lions. Thunderwolves will have the ball here. Thunderwolves only shooting 26%. UCCS not much better, 33%, but they've gotten off 5 extra shots. They've got 6 offensive rebounds in the game. Thunderwolves with only 2 there, so that's where the advantage lies in this ball game so far. Mountain Lions have turned the ball over 6 times. Thunderwolves with only 3 to this point. Thunderwolves just got to start hitting. Here's Arietta, top of the key. Goes up top to Piper. On to the right side to Beagley. Beagley now to Rohr. Left side to Arietta. Arietta gives it off to Beagley, and she'll jack one up for 3. Off the iron, no good. Not quite sure about that shot. Back the other way comes Ramirez. Stops and starts and loses the ball and is taken away by Arietta. She's jabbed at, gets rid of it. Ahead to Csu-Pueblo. She's ahead of the field. In from the right. Layup. Good, and a foul. It'll count. And finally, Csu-Pueblo Anderson breaks out of it with a tough shot. Got whacked and fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. We'll see if that ignites bigger and better things for this ball game. Foul on Knaufel. Her second. Anderson at the free throw line. 77% on the year. Free throw is up, and it's good. And Lambert in. Piper will come out. Still working on Lauren Hine down. They got her on the trainer table. Working on that back. The lower back's been a problem. Here's Ramirez on the left side. Surprised Knaufel didn't shoot there. Ball on the right side. Up top. Driving in. Kick it outside to Knaufel into the corner. Jumper by Vigil off the iron. No good. Arrieta with the rebound. She'll push the pace. Brings it across the timeline. Onto the left wing. Up top to Csu-Pueblo. Works around a screen. They switch out on her. Csu-Pueblo moves in. Goes outside to Arrieta. Arrieta down low to Rohr. In the paint. Wheels. Goes up with the left hand and gets the roll. Rohr with 6. Thunderwolves back on top. 19-18. Ball on the right side. Knaufel with it. Comes up top now to Carter. Carter onto the left side. Now down low on the block with the ball there. Nice handoff. Missed the layup, though, by Carter. Rebound, Arrieta. She'll bring it across the timeline. Pushes the pace. Lobs it inside to Rohr. Running left-hander. Missed it. Rebound in the paint. Picked up by UCCS. Back the other way comes Knaufel. Ahead of the field. Lee fakes, goes up and banks it in. Lee for their first bucket. Back and forth we go. Lead back to the Mountain Lions. They lead at 20-19. Fifth lead change here of this first half. Lambert on the right side. Gives it up top to Anderson. Left side to Beagley. Looks down low. Finds Rohr on the block. Tips it outside. Lambert's open. Three-pointer on the way. Off the back iron. No good. And the rebound to Leaf. Ahead now. Gives it off to Vigil. Dribbles around a screen. Starts a drive. Spins into the lane. Goes outside. Knaufel fakes the three. Down on the block to Carter. They double team her. Feed it outside. Leaf fakes the jumper. Drives into the paint. Plows into Csu-Pueblo, but a reach-in foul before that on the Thunderwolves. Fouls on Beagley. Not in the act of shooting. First team foul of the quarter on the Thunderwolves. 4 in. Beagley will come out. It will be Gabby Ramirez that triggered in. Lobs it way outside. Hernandez back in the game now for the Mountain Lions. Onto the left side. Vigil to Hernandez. Onto the right side. O'Flanagan down to the baseline. Leaf backs her way in the lane. Nice dish. Hernandez foul, and it'll count. Foul will be on Molly Rohr, her second. Hernandez strong to the hoop. And more importantly for the Thunderwolves, that's foul number 2 on Rohr. And with the injury to Hine, could be double trouble for the Thunderwolves in this game as it goes on. Free throw good by Hernandez. She has 9. 23-19. UCCS with their biggest lead of the ball game. Here's Lambert. Way outside, starts a drive, now goes right side to Anderson. Down low, and a ball knocked away and stolen from behind by Hernandez. Head now to Vigil. Vigil brings it across the timeline. Way outside with it, goes onto the right side to O'Flanagan. Flanagan down inside. Here's Leaf backing her way into the paint. Spin, nice fake, goes up and banks it in. Shanna Leaf with 4. 7 in a row now by the Mountain Lions. They lead at 25-19. 3:40 to go here in the second quarter. Arrieta brings it across the timeline. Dribbles to the top of the key. Goes to Rohr. Rohr, left side to Arrieta. Up top now to Lambert. She's open. Three-pointer on the way. Got it. Lambert with her first bucket of the night. 25-22. Cuts the lead in half. Thunderwolves within 3. Here's Ramirez across the timeline. Onto the right side to Vigil. Vigil up top to Leaf. Leaf holds it, looking down low, finds Hernandez, backs her way into the paint, goes up, shot is up short. Rebound to Lambert, outlet pass to Arrieta. Fires it ahead to Csu-Pueblo, down into the corner. Can't get the shot off, skips it way out top to Lambert. Lambert to Arrieta, now they'll set up the offense. Arrieta left side to Lambert. Holds it, now up to Rohr. Roar finds more. Ball batted away from behind. Aggressively there by Leaf, but it comes outside to Arrieta. Arrieta now. Left side to Lambert. Lambert drives the baseline. Free-chin foul on the Mountain Lions, and that'll be their 5th team foul, so that'll mean free throws for the Thunderwolves. Kelly O'Flanagan with the foul. Sends Lambert to the free throw line. 88% free throw shooter. First toss up and good. Roar out of the game with those 2 fouls. I think a pretty good move right here. Beagley in. One more for Mariana Lambert. On the way, swish. 5 points off the bench. Draws the Thunderwolves within 1. It's 25-24. Mountain Lions, after scoring 7 in a row, the Thunderwolves have come back with 5 straight of their own. Ball way outside. Dribble drive, cut off. O'Flanagan still with the dribble. Now gives it off to Ramirez. Lobs it to Hernandez. They quickly double team her. Force her outside. She wheels, keeps the dribble alive. Lobs it inside. Turning. Leaf goes up. Right hand hook up and in. Leaf with 6. 27-24. 3-point lead for the Mountain Lions. Arrieta on the right wing. Stops, won't pop. Hands it off to Lambert. Now gives it off to Anderson. Anderson fakes the 3. Drives into the paint. Cut off. Ball knocked away. Regains it. Now to Beagley. Up top to Arrieta. Arrieta, right side. Lambert fakes. One dribble. Goes outside to Anderson. Down low to Moore. And fouled from behind. And the foul on Shanna Leaf. That'll be her first. It'll send Angie Moore to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Angie on the year, 13 out of 20, 65% at this point. First toss up and gets the shooter's roll. Probably going to be a big game to have Angie Moore back here tonight with Hine out of there now. Going to see some extended minutes. Second toss good. Moore with 6, 27-26. Actually got Hine up on the bike now, the stationary bike, trying to loosen that back up. 1-point lead for the Mountain Lions. Gabby Ramirez brings it across the timeline. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Very entertaining ball game to this point. Lob it to the high post. Leaf with it. Backs her way in on Beagley. Stops, goes up, and banks it in on a foul. Nice move by Shanna Leaf. Second foul on Beagley. Leaf has 8. She only averages 6.3 points a game. Mountain Lions getting some good contributions from people they don't expect it from here in this game. 3-point play is good. 30-26. Quickly back the other way. Tule Sioux in the corner. Dribbles around a screen. Down the lane she goes. Running right at her. Shot block. Foul. And Tule Sioux will get to the free throw line. The foul will be called on O'Flanagan. That'll be her second. So Tule Sioux to the free throw line. First toss up and in. 30-27. One more to come for Tule Sioux Anderson. Takes her time, steps to the line. 3 dribbles, spins it up and in. Thunderwolves making a living here from the free throw line in this second quarter. They're 10 out of 11 from the quarter, or from the line here in the quarter, I should say. UCCS 2 for 2. Ball on the right side. Here's Ramirez. Goes up top. Now they go to the high post. Leaf with it. Turns, faces, drives in on Moore. Cut off. Looked like she walked with it. Goes up with a shot and lays it in. Leaf with 11. Got away with a little stutter step there in the lane. 32-28. Ball into the corner. Mountain Lions lead it by 4. Tule Sioux, crossover dribble, in from the right. Nice dish to Moore, fakes, won't take the shot, goes outside to Piper. Now to Tule Sioux, back to Moore in the paint, turns, faces, 10-footer up and in. Well, eventually Angie Moore got around to it and flipped it in there, 32-30. Thunderwolves back within 2, ball on the right side. Here's Ramirez, holds it there, goes to Hernandez, it's around it, outside, 3-pointer by Leaf, Off the iron, no good. Piper with a strong rebound. Has the ball knocked away, but regains it. Gets it to Arrieta. Arrieta across the timeline for the Thunderwolves. We're under a minute to go here. Into the corner. Csu into a three-pointer. Swish! Csu Anderson from downtown has 8. Gives the Thunderwolves the lead back. Forces the timeout by the Mountain Lions. 40 seconds to go here in the first half. It's a 30-second timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo. Well, it's been a game of pretty good runs here so far. Thunderwolves now, with 7 in a row, have got the lead, 33-32. Ball on the right side. They lob it down on the block. Hernandez feeds it up top. Ramirez can't get the 3 off. Goes into the corner. Villa will launch for 3. Missed it. Long rebound in the corner. Arrieta chases it down. Wheels and brings it out of there. Brings it across the timeline. Thunderwolves now will go for the last shot of the half. Arrieta way outside with her. We're down to 15 seconds to go. She'll just dribble it down to probably about 8 seconds, and then they'll start into something. Now we're down to 8. Here goes D. Dribbles around a screen to the free throw line, into the corner to Patterson. Patterson up top to Piper. She'll launch from downtown off the back iron, no good. And there is the buzzer to end a very entertaining, very competitive first half of basketball from Massari Arena. Thunderwolves lead it 33-32. Nate Baptist will get you up to date. Some halftime scores, some halftime news. That all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. 33-32, our halftime score. Thunderwolves lead the ball game by 1. Due to the numbers here at the break. First for the Pack. Nobody in double figures, but a couple close. Angie Moore and Csu Anderson leading the way with 8 points apiece. Molly Rohr has 6. Ariana Lambert with 5. Arrieta and Piper with 3 apiece. 10 of 28 from the field were the Thunderwolves, 36%. They were 3 of 14 shooting threes. That's 21%. 10 of 11, though, from the free throw line, 91%. Shanna Leaf with 11 points leading the way for the Mountain Lions. Brittany Hernandez has 9. Mia Carter with 6. V. Hill and O'Flanagan with 3 apiece. 14 of 35 from the field. That's 40%. 2 of 12 shooting threes. That's 17%. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 100%. 21-18 rebounding advantage for UCCS. Brittany Hernandez with 6 to lead the way there. Arrieta with 4 to lead the way for the Thunderwolves. Thunderwolves with 7 assists. 2 of those for Arrieta and Anderson. 6 assists for UCCS. Brittany Hernandez with 2 to lead the way there. UCCS turned it over 7 times. Thunderwolves turned it over 4. Thunderwolves had the only block shot. That was by Molly Rohr. Thunderwolves with 2 steals. Hine and Arrieta with those. And Hernandez had 2 steals to lead the way for UCCS. 33-32 our halftime score. Thunderwolves on top. Back with the second half in 1 minute on Fox Sports Pueblo. For the second half, UCCS will get the ball first to start the second half of play. First half, we saw 6 lead changes. And the game was tied on 3 different occasions. Mountain Lions working the ball left to right here as we sit courtside. Ball on the right side. Lobbed out top, now to Kelly. Thunderwolves to start off with a zone here in the second half. Ball on the left side, Vigil with it. No, they go inside. Hernandez turns, faces, lobs it into the corner. 3-pointer on the way, short. Long rebound, Csu with it. She'll dribble it out of traffic. Brings it across the timeline. Cross-court feed to Piper on the left wing. Stops, drives into the paint. Ball knocked away and stolen by the Mountain Lions. Back the other way. It's a race. Kelly in on Piper. Missed the... Well, the left does go. And the foul will be on Piper. I don't know if the rim was going to spit it out of there, but it just swallowed it back in there. And a chance for the 3-point play. Foul on Piper is her first team foul, obviously, here of the second half. Kelly with her first bucket of the ball game. Free throw up and good. Kelly averages 7.5 a game. 35-33. Good start to the half for the Mountain Lions. Here's Csu on the left wing. Drives the baseline. Cut off. Goes way outside to Arrieta. Arrieta finds it right side now to Lambert. Lambert up top. Piper's open. 3-ball on the way. Right down the middle, but missed it. And the rebound to Kelly. Kelly will bring it across the timeline for the Mountain Lions. Lobs it outside. Should have been a travel there. Ball way outside. flat, missed that one. All the way outside. O'Flanagan with it. Gives it off to Hernandez. Now to Leaf. Leaf left side. Flanagan with it. Way up top to Kelly. Kelly dribbles around a screen. 8 on the shot clock. Now down low to Hernandez. Turns. Right hand hook on the way. No good. Rebound Piper. Outlet pass to Arrieta. Arrieta brings it across the timeline. Lobs it inside to Rohr down the lane. Shot blocked, but a foul. The 2 free throws upcoming for Molly Rohr. Foul on Leaf. That is her second. So it'll send Rohr to the free throw line. First trip to the stripe tonight, 58% on the year. But considering she was mired down under 50% for a long time, she's come back well. Down shooting as low as 42% at one occasion this year from the free throw line.
Return number 34, Ian Carter.
Carter in, Hernandez out. Remember, Hernandez missed a game last week, and most of another game with an ankle problem. Nursing her through this ball game. See how she reacts here in the second half when it has a chance to stiffen up a little bit. Rohr misses the second free throw. Rebound to Leaf. Gets the outlet pass ahead. 35-34. Mountain Lions lead it by 1. Good defense by the Thunderwolves. They're going to go back into a man-to-man defense on this trip. Here's Kelly way outside with it. Dribbles around a double screen. Now drives in. Feeds it into the corner. Can't get the shot off. Lob it down on the block. Piper comes over for the steal. And then a foul in the backcourt. What do we have here? Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be on Mia Carter. She took a whack at Ashley Piper after Piper stole the ball away. First foul of the game on Carter. Second team foul on the Mountain Lions. Thunderwolves ball down by 1, 35-34, 8:05 to go here in the third quarter. Arrieta on to the right side to Lambert. Now to Anderson. Anderson lobs it to Rohr. Backs her way in. Turns with the left hand. Missed it off the back iron. Rebound to Leaf. Outlet pass. Ahead to V-Hill. She'll bring it across the timeline. Fires it in on the right side. Down low on the block. Carter goes up and she walked with the ball. So turnover to the Thunderwolves. UCCS. 9 turnovers in the game now. Here's Tule-Su on the right wing. Thunderwolves down by 1. They switch on the screen. Tule-Su goes cross court to Arrieta. Fakes the 3. Drives the baseline. Pulls up from 10 and got it. The Arrieta, a little mid-range jumper, gives the Thunderwolves the lead back. It's 36-35. Ball on the left side. Faking the 3. O'Flanagan comes up top to Leaf. Leaf drives in on Piper. Throws the elbow under. They're going to call the blocking foul instead on Piper. Pretty good elbow thrown there by Leaf, but Piper was not in position on time. Kind of a 50-50 call there. Could have went either way. And here's an offensive foul on the Mountain Lions. There's an illegal screen sent by Shanna Leaf. And the foul on Shane is her third. That means Hernandez is going to have to check back in at the next whistle. See if the Thunderwolves can get her fourth on her real quick here. They go down low to Piper, but she lost control of the ball. Regains it on the block. Ball batted outside, and it's stolen away by Kelly. She'll bring it across the timeline. Lobs it cross court. Right side, here's O'Flanagan. Lobs it down to Kelly. They double team her. Back in the corner. Here's a jumper on the way. High arching shot, no good. Rebound on the backside by Kelly. Kelly will get it outside to V-Hill, and they'll reset. V-Hill now dribbles to the right wing. Holds up there. Goes up top now to Leaf. Onto the left side to Kelly. Kelly way out top to O'Flanagan. Right side, V-Hill. They're trying to set up down low with Leaf. Now they come out to the top of the key with it instead. 8 on the shot clock. Starts a drive. Cut off into the corner. Faking the jumper. Driving around the screen. Down the lane. Running right-hander. Banked up. No good. Piper with a rebound. And she's whacked at. Gets rid of it. Ahead to Arrieta. Arrieta across the timeline. On the left wing. Skips it cross court to Lambert. Won't take the shot. Now moves in to the free throw line. Pulls up. Jumper on the way. Front iron won't go. Rebound to Mia Carter. It's the outlet pass ahead to O'Flanagan. She'll bring it across the timeline for the Mountain Lions. Under 6 to go here, third quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 36-35. Ball on the right side. Kelly with it. Dribbles around a screen. Way outside with it. Onto the left wing to O'Flanagan. O'Flanagan looking inside. Nothing opening up there. Still just holding the ball. Whistle away from the ball. Going to be a holding foul on the Thunderwolves. Now on Piper. That'll be foul number 3 on Ashley. Beagley into the game. Piper out. Line change here for the Mountain Lions. They only have 4 players out there. They got to get somebody else out there. Or nope, they're in the corner. I just didn't see her. Hiding out in the corner, Gabby Ramirez, shortest player on the court. And they lob it into her now way outside. She dribbles. Now onto the right wing. With the there. That's Knopfel into the game. They go backdoor. Ball knocked away by Beagley. Makes the steal. Fires it ahead to Tule-Su. 2-on-2 break with Lambert. Tule-Su ahead of the field. Down the lane. And she hits. And a whistle and a foul. And the foul called on Knopfel. That's her 3rd with the trip. What breakaway speed there by Tule-Su. I thought she'd fired ahead to perhaps Lambert, but she turned on the afterburners and just blew right by Knopfel and got the shot to drop, and she'll go to the free throw line, a chance for her second 3-point play of the game. Toes the line with that right foot.
They changed their lineup.
Free throw up and good. 11 points for Tule-Su Anderson. 39-35. Thunderwolves have scored the last 6 in the game here to open up this 4-point lead. Here's Ramirez out on the right wing. Goes to the high post. Turning with it, Fisher. Now goes right side. Way up top. They work around. Hand the ball off to Kelly. 11 on the shot clock. Taking a while to get into this set. They go onto the left side to Vigil. Lob it down inside to Fisher. Turns, goes up. Shot blocked by Rohr. Rebound into the corner. 2 on the shot clock. Shot good as the shot clock expires by Jen Vigil. Very fortunate there for the Mountain Lions. But they take advantage. They back within 1. Ball on the right side. Tule-Su lobs it inside to Rohr. On the block. Wheel comes outside. Beagley open for 3. It's good. Maddie Beagley from downtown answers the 3 with one of her own. 42-38. Thunderwolves by 4. Here's Vigil. Lobs it up top to Fisher. Goes downside. Hernandez cut off. Feeds it outside to Vigil. Back to Hernandez. She's double teamed. Triple teamed, but a nice pass. You knew somebody had to be open, and Kelly banks it in. 42-40. Thunderwolves lead is 2. Arrieta brings it across the timeline. Goes left side to Tule-Su. Now hands it off to Lambert. Right side, Beagley. Into the corner to Arrieta. Works around a screen. Now back to Beagley. Beagley lobs it to Rohr. Bad pass. Ball loose on the deck. Rohr comes up with it, and then she's fouled. And that's team foul number 5 on the Mountain Lions. Might be a reach-in foul here on Hernandez, and it is.
Foul number 35, Brittany Hernandez.
Her first, and we've got immediate timeout. 3:58 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Thunderwolves lead it 42-40. We'll have free throws when we come back on Fox Sports Pueblo. Very competitive ball game here to this point. Back and forth we go. 2 high-scoring ball clubs, and they're putting on a good show right now after a low-scoring first quarter. Remember, it was only 11-9 after the first. But both teams combining for 45 points in the second quarter, and we're well on our way to another one of those quarters here. Molly Rohr to the free throw line. She's 1 out of 2 from the stripe tonight. She'll be shooting a pair here. First toss on the way. Got it. Molly with 8 points in the game. One more for the freshman out of Greenwood Village. Swish. 9 points for Rohr. She'll come out of the game. More in now for the Thunderwolves. They lead it 44-40.
Hey, here we go, defense! No drive. No drive. Rebound. Rebound.
Here is Ramirez. She'll bring it across the timeline for the Mountain Lions. On to the right side. With the ball there, Kelly. Up top, they swing it around the perimeter to Ramirez. Lob it down on the block. Fisher backs her way into the paint. Goes up, right hand, hook up and in. Too easy there for Tori Fisher. She flipped it up over Moore. 44-42. Thunderwolves by 2. Arrieta goes up top to Lambert. Lambert, left side. Arrieta's wide open. 3 ball on the way. Swish. Arrieta with 8, her second triple of the night, 47-42. Thunderwolves by 5, 3:20 to go here in the third quarter. Ball on the left side. Kelly with it. Up top to Fisher. They swing it right side to Ramirez. Ramirez down on the block. Hernandez turns. Double team. Ball knocked loose. Ball loose in the lane, but it comes right back to UCCS. They save it, but right into the hands of Lambert. To Arrieta. Ahead of the field. Csu-Pueblo. In from the right. Layup. No! She missed it. And the rebound to Fisher. Outlet pass ahead to Ramirez. Ramirez down the lane. Into the corner. They feed it back outside. 3 ball by Vigil. Off the back iron. No good. Arrieta with a rebound on the baseline. Ahead of the field is Lambert. They can't get the pass to her. Ball goes to Moore instead. Now to Lambert. Thunderwolves had a potential 2-on-0 there, but the pass got deflected. Here's Csu working around a screen. In from the right. Knifes her way down the lane. Ball stripped away and stolen, though, by Ramirez. She brings it back across the timeline. Ahead to Hernandez. Ball poked away from behind by Arrieta, preventing an easy deuce. And Jenna Knaufel into the game now for the Mountain Lions. Younger sister of former Thunderwolf Jed Knaufel, if you're just joining us. The name sounds familiar, it should. Here's Ramirez to trigger it in. Gets it in on the baseline. Handing the ball back off to Ramirez. She'll dribble it out top. They'll reset the offense here. Ball on the left side to Knaufel. Knaufel holds it. Up top to Fisher. They swing it right side to Ramirez. Ramirez with it there. Going down low to Hernandez. Turns. Faces on Bigley. Drives it. Ball stripped away. Oh, whistle and a foul on Arrieta. They haven't called that reach on the Mountain Lions once tonight, and here they get the Thunderwolves. They're going to call it on Bigley with a push to the back. Come on. Josh Rombach with that call. Where did that one come from? Inbounds pass. Here's Knaufel. Little 10-footer. Missed it. Rebound on the baseline. Patterson with it with her Thunderwolves. She'll bring it across the timeline. Hands it off to Moore. Moore goes right side to Arrieta. Arrieta directing traffic. Dribbles around a screen to the free throw line. Cut off. Goes outside. Lambert fakes the 3. Down the lane. A little running on the way. And gets the roll. Lambert with 7. 49-42. Biggest lead of the game for the Thunderwolves. 1:49 to go here in the third quarter. Here's Ramirez. On to the right side. Knaufel with it. Lobs it down inside to Fisher. Turns on Moore. Backs her way in. Goes up on the baseline. Missed it. Rebound loose. Bigley had it. Lost it. It'll belong to the Mountain Lions. Rohr will check back in. Bigley comes out. Gabby Ramirez hiding out on the baseline behind all the bodies there. Little dynamo. Lobs it way outside. Now they lob it back inside. Fisher wheels, goes up, turn around in the lane, left it short. Rebound, batted out of bounds by Lambert.
Grab the ball. It's okay. It's all right. Hey.
Well, reset here now for the Mountain Lions. And again, it'll be Gabby Ramirez, the trigger. Only 5'2".
Take the picker! Take the picker! Cover!
Bounce pass comes out on the wing to Kelly. Kelly hands it back now to Ramirez. She dribbles it way out top. They'll reset the offense with 1:25 to go here in the third quarter. Ramirez now hands the ball off. Knaufel onto the right side. Starting a drive with it. Kelly bumped outside. Foul will be on Patterson. That puts the Thunderwolves over the limit, so it'll be free throws now for...
Hey, free throw break! Free throw break!
Foul on Patterson, her first, so free throws for Shannon Kelly. Kelly on the year, 71% from the line. As a team, UCCS, they shoot it at 77%. Left-handers toss up and in.
Hey, free throw break! Free throw break!
49-43, Thunderwolves by 6. Kelly a chance to cut into it. She does. She has 7. 49-44. Here's Patterson on the left wing for the Thunderwolves. Dribbles around a screen to the free throw line. Cut off there. Comes left side. Lambert's wide open. 3 ball on the way. In and out. Won't go. And the rebound to Fisher. It's the outlet pass to Ramirez across the timeline. Starts a drive. Cut off on the wing. Now gives it off to Knaufel. Hands it back to Ramirez. Ramirez onto the right side to Kelly. Down into the corner. Starting a drive with it. Cut off. Outside. Bennett passes off to Kelly. Down low on the block. Fisher turns, wheels, goes up. Shot blocked by Rohr. Rebound comes outside to Arrieta. Arrieta now will bring it across the timeline. About a 10-second differential on the shot and game clock here. Lambert way out top for the Thunderwolves. Hands it off to Patterson. Whistle, foul, and we've got an injury inside on Rohr. She banged knees, I believe, with somebody. Yeah, she'll get up and try to walk it off here. I think it was one of those knee-on-knee hits. Beagley will check in. Thunderbolts already missing Lauren Hine here for the game. She went out with a back injury earlier, has not returned, and has not come out of the locker room. So Rohr now will go down and get some treatment on the end. Trainer Tessa will take a look at that knee, make sure everything's all right. So it's Thunderwolves ball here. 15 on the shot clock, 25 to go in the quarter. Lambert gets the ball inbounded to Patterson. Patterson with the left-hand dribble. Shot clock down to 11. Patterson now looking for a high screen. They switch out on her. She dribbles right around it. Down the lane into the corner. Lambert for three. Swish! Lambert with 10. 52-44. 6 seconds to go. Quickly back the other way. Here's Kelly. Drives the baseline. Goes underneath the basket. Feeds it outside. Three-pointer by Knopfel at the buzzer. No good. Great quarter for the Thunderwolves. They'll take an 8-point lead to the fourth quarter. They lead it 52-44. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves take a 52-44 lead into the quarter here. Another good offensive quarter. Thunderwolves putting on 19 points in the quarter. More importantly, though, they held UCCS to just 12. So their 1-point lead at halftime has grown to 8. Mountain Lions, they average 74 points a game, but they're going to have a 30-point quarter here in this fourth quarter to match that. And I'll go out on a limb here. If they score 30 this quarter, I'm going to say they're going to win the game. Thunderwolves don't want to let that happen. Here's Arietta bringing it across the timeline. On the left side, Lambert with it as the Thunderwolves get it first. Chance to build this lead into double figures. Here's Tule-Su all the way to the hoop. Left it short. Rebound on the right side. Here's Ramirez. She'll bring it across the timeline. Onto the left wing. Lobs it down inside to Fisher. Turns on Moore. Doesn't take the shot. Goes outside. Knopfel for three. Swish. That's what she can do. Jenna Knopfel hasn't hit one all game till just there. 52-47, and just like that, the lead is 5. Lambert drives the baseline. Cut off, loses it. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Mountain Lions. So it'll be Thunderwolves ball on the baseline. 21 on the shot clock. Tule-Su to trigger it in. Gets it into Arietta in the corner. Builds the dribble, comes outside to Piper, who's back in the game with those 3 fouls. Lambert onto the right side to Tule-Su. Drives the baseline, pulls up, little 10-footer off the back iron, but gets the bounce. Tule-Su with 13, 54-47. The shots that wouldn't go last week, that one hit a lot of iron, but it found its way through there. 9 minutes to go here, fourth quarter. Knopfel, they back off her. You don't want to do that. Onto the right side to Kelly. Into the corner. Faking, driving the baseline. Ball knocked away out of bounds. No, it doesn't go out of bounds. Saved on the baseline by the Mountain Lions. Into the corner, outside. Here's Ramirez down underneath. Nice pass to Kelly, and she lays it in. Beautiful interior passing there. Kelly with 9. 54-49. Arietta gets it ahead to Lambert. Into the corner to Moore. Moore holds it there, now outside to Piper. Piper starts a drive. Down the lane she goes. Running right-hander. Missed the layup, and the rebound to Fisher. Outlet pass to Ramirez. Behind the back she goes. Fires it ahead to Knopfel. Up top now to Ramirez. Ramirez gives the ball off to Knopfel. They back off. Here's another 3-ball. Missed it this time. Rebound inside. Good, and a foul. It'll count by Tori Fisher. So they missed the 3-ball, but Fisher gets the rebound, and she'll get a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play. And just like that, the Mountain Lions can get this game down to 2. Boy, you miss those easy shots. It always seems like it comes back to haunt you on the other end. Could have been back to a 7-point lead. Piper missed the layup, and here we're going to get a 3-point play by Fisher, perhaps, if she hits the free throw. But the free throw rims in and out. Piper gets the rebound. 54-51, Thunderwolves by 3. Fire it ahead, right side. Tule-Su with it. Works around a screen. Gives it off now to Arietta, and they set up the offense. 20 on the shot clock. Anderson on the right wing. Starts a drive into the paint. Running left-hander up, missed it. Rebound batted outside, comes into the hand. Still loose, and Tule-Su somehow comes up with it. Gives it off to Arietta. Arietta, right side to Anderson. Anderson works around a screen, drives the baseline, pulls up, skips it outside to Arrieta. Down low to Rohr. Backs her way in, goes outside to Arrieta. Looks for a screen, pulls up. Now return feed to Rohr. Backs her way in on the baseline, goes up with the left hand, hook, swish. Rohr double figures with 11. 56-51. Feed it ahead. Here's Kelly on the right wing for the Mountain Lions. They go up top of it. Driving into the paint. Knoffel fires it into the corner. Now outside. Moving in. Can't get the shot off. They go right side to Knoffel. Steps back. Jumper on the way. Short. Rebound batted outside. And Anderson gets it. Ahead to Arrieta. She'll bring it across the timeline for the Pack. On the right wing. Back to Anderson. Anderson drives into the paint. Outside to Lambert. Won't take the shot. Goes outside to Piper. Piper holds it there. Comes left side to Anderson. Down low to Rohr. On the block in her office. The right hand hook. Left it short. Rebound batted to the baseline. Picked up there by Fisher. Fires it ahead now to Ramirez. She'll bring it across the timeline for the Mountain Lions. 6:55 to go, fourth quarter. Timeout taken by UCCS. 6:55 to play. Thunderwolves lead at 56-51. It's a 1-minute timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo. Well, of course, we're paying attention to this ball game, but we've also got one eye on the game up in Denver tonight. Regis and Mines. Regis leads at 2 seconds to go, 63-61. And they've just hit a free throw, so they go up 64-61. They'll have one more free throw to go there. The free throw would ice the game there. So that means that the Thunderwolves can hold on and win this game. With Regis winning, that means the Thunderwolves could move into a tie for first place in the conference. And indeed, the second free throw good. Regis wins at 65-61. There's your first final of the night from the RMAC. It'll be UCCS ball. We're still waiting on TV to come out of their timeout here. And indeed, we're ready to go. Ramirez way out top. Hands the ball off to Vigil. On to the right side to Kelly. Kelly up top, faking the three, driving in Vigil. Cut off there, goes into the corner to Ramirez. Ramirez into the corner to Vigil. Back to Ramirez, 10 on the shot clock. They go down low to Hernandez. Wheels. She walked with the ball, no call. Whistle foul. You got to call the travel on Hernandez there. Unbelievable. Man alive. Heard of the superstar treatment before, but that's a little ridiculous. Free throw. The ball never lies. The ball never lies. One more for Hernandez.
Mark, you got 5. You got 21. What? Oh.
Second toss. Good. So 1 out of 2 for Hernandez. 56-52. They steal the inbounds pass and they lay it in. Jen Vigil has 8. 56-54. Thunderwolves lead is 2. Here's Lambert in on Hernandez. Goes up. Shot blocked by Hernandez. Late burst here by the Mountain Lions as they come to life on both ends of the court. Arrieta to triggered in on the baseline. Get it into Rohr. Rohr hands it off to Piper. Piper starts a drive. Cut off. Outside to Lambert. Lambert holds it. Right side to Piper. Piper comes up top to Arrieta. Arrieta, left side, Csu-Pueblo. Downtown. Got it. Csu-Pueblo was 16. Much needed hoop there for the Thunderwolves. The lead back to 5. 59-54. Got to be careful, though, this Mountain Lion team. They're explosive. Ball down on the block. Hernandez turns, faces, drives in on Rohr, and again looked like she traveled, but they call the foul on the Thunderwolves. Foul on Molly Rohr is her third. Need to check that footwork there on the superstar Brittany Hernandez. Inbounds pass. That's close. Should have been 5. Didn't quite get the 5-second call. Outside, here's Ramirez. Dribbles around a screen. Hands the ball off to Kelly. Kelly onto the right side. Into the corner to Vigil. Vigil up top to Ramirez. Hernandez camped out inside. Now clears the lane. Gets the pass. Turns. Fires. Short. Rebound. Piper on the baseline. Outlet pass to Arrieta. Arrieta brings it across the timeline. Thunderwolves lead it by 5. Piper, top of the key, fakes, drives in, cut off. Hand the ball off to Lambert. Lambert now to Arrieta. 18 on the shot clock for the Thunderwolves, on top by 5. Right side, Lambert with it. Looking for Rohr. Can't find it. They go to Piper. Left side. Arrieta wide open. 3-ball. Off the iron. No good. Rebound on the baseline. Piper steals it away to Lambert. Skips it left side. Csu-Pueblo. Drives in. Down the lane she goes. Running right-hander. Clobbered. No call. Rebound to Piper. Outside. Lambert open. 3-ball. In and out. Won't go. Foul down inside on the Mountain Lions. As Piper working hard for that rebound. Got shoved to the deck by Shanna Kelly. Timeout on the court. Intensity picking up here. 4:56 to go. Fourth quarter. Thunderwolves by 5. It's a 1-minute timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo. Fast and furious action here in this fourth quarter. Thunderwolves lead it by 5. They'll have the ball coming out of this timeout. Just a couple of opportunities here to extend this lead. The most recent, Sue Anderson driving in from the right. Hernandez just walloped her. But the Thunderwolves got the ball back, and they got another chance here with a fresh shot clock. Sue to trigger it in. In trouble. Lobs it way outside. Arrieta able to get it. Onto the right side to Anderson. Anderson fakes. Comes outside to Piper. Piper looking down low. Finds Moore. Turns. Faces. 10-footer. Got the roll. Angie Moore with 10. 61-54. Big hoop there for the Thunderwolves. 4:40 to go here in this fourth quarter. Ball on the right side. Here's Vigil. Lobs it up top to Kelly. Kelly down low, turning, facing Leaf. Backs her way in on Moore to the baseline. Double team. Lobs it into the corner. Faking the jumper. Driving the baseline. Pulling up. Scoop shot no good. Rebound loose. Tied up. Arrieta tied up with Leaf, and Leaf gives her a little extra to take with her, and the ball in the alternating possession will belong to UCCS. No reset, though, on the shot clock. It's 8. As the ball didn't draw iron. Mia Carter back in the ball game. The Columbine product. Little Gabby Ramirez to trigger it in on the baseline for the Mountain Lions. They set a double screen inside. They get the ball inbounded to Kelly. Goes up, missed it. Late whistle foul on the Thunderwolves. Foul called on Lambert. That's the kind of call that'll drive you nuts. A little touch foul like that. On the other end, Sue got spiked. Body slammed, no call. And here a little touch foul, and Kelly goes to the free throw line. I think it was a foul. I'm just saying, just the comparison. Well, the reason is it was Brittany Hernandez they didn't want to call the foul on down on this end. 61-55. Second toss. Swish. Shannon Kelly with 11 points. All of them here in the second half. 61-56. Thunderwolves break the press. Sue in from the left, cut off. She double dribbled. Easy call there. A lot of times that pressure, it won't get the initial turnover, but it forces you out of your character. And it was a 2-on-1 break, but they cut it off, and then Sue double dribbled it. Here's Ramirez on the right wing. Goes up top with it to Vigil. Hands the ball off to Carter. Right side. Ball out top. Leaf with it. Looking down inside. They lob it inside. Ball. Oh, and another foul on the Thunderwolves. Fans becoming distressed here now at some of these whistles. Foul called on Angie Moore. Second foul on Moore. That'll send Mia Carter to the free throw line. What kind of free throw shooter is her? Not very good. 38%. 3 of 8 on the year. Small sample size. Shooting a pair. Free throw up. And it's off the back iron. No good. Be ready for the rebound.
Piper!
One more for Mia Carter. Big 6'3" sophomore. And she rattles that one home. So she gets 1 out of 2. They're within 4. It's 61-57. They break the press again. Sue gives it off to Arrieta. We're down to 3:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. Sue on the left wing for the Thunderwolves. Goes up top to Piper. Won't take the 3. Outside, Sue fakes the 3. Drives into the paint. Feeds it into the corner. Arrieta can't get the shot off. Still 12 on the shot clock. Up top to Moore. Hands it off to Arrieta. Arrieta now needs to make something happen. 7 on the shot clock. Works around the screen. D drives in. Goes behind the back. Outside, Sue jumps into a 3-pointer off the iron. No good. And the rebound saved by Kelly on the baseline. Back come the Mountain Lions. They're within 4. Ball on the right side. Here's Kelly. Lobs it inside. Leaf has it on the baseline. Fakes, goes up strong, and lays it in. Shanna Leaf with 13, her first bucket of the second half. It's 61-59. UCCS within 2. Thunderwolves with the ball. Need a hoop here to restore a little bit of order. Here's Arietta with it way outside. Goes to the high post to Moore. Turns, faces, left side. Ball knocked away by the Mountain Lions by Gabby Ramirez. Dangerous pass that time by Angie Moore. Hernandez checks back in. Good stint there by Mia Carter. So Hernandez back in for the stretch run for the Mountain Lions. 2:58 to go. 12 on the shot clock here for the Thunderwolves. They took it all the way down on their last possession before Tule-Sioux had to force up a three-pointer as the shot clock expired. Here's Anderson to trigger it in. Gets it into Arietta. Arietta right out in front of us here on the left wing. Goes up to Tule-Sioux. Outs right side. Faking the jumper. Piper drives in. Goes up and lays it in. Piper, her first field goal of the night. She has 5. 63-59. Thunderwolves by 4. Here's Ramirez. Ball outside, onto the right wing. Shannon Kelly to Hernandez, left side. Ramirez open for 3. Off the back iron, long rebound. Comes outside, chased down by Leaf. She'll just hold it. Couple dribbles now, looking for a guard. Hands the ball off to Vigil. Vigil will reset things for the Mountain Lions. 2:20 to go, dribbles around the screen. Steps back, won't take the 3. Looking down low for Hernandez. Picked up there by Piper. They double team her. Figured it into the corner, faking the jumper, driving the baseline. Little runner up and in. Timeout taken by the Mountain Lions. Gabby Ramirez, a little 10-foot floater along the baseline, makes it 63-61. 30-second timeout. Pack on top by 2 on Fox Sports Pueblo. What a ball game we have here tonight. Thunderwolves had the lead up to 8 at the end of this quarter, but you just knew the Mountain Lions weren't going to fade away. They made a run, got it within 3. Thunderwolves got the lead back up to 7, but now the Mountain Lions are back within 2. Full court pressure. Lambert to trigger it in. Hits it in to Rohr. Rohr in the backcourt, hands the ball off to Piper. To Arietta. Arietta now ahead. Now to the left side to Lambert. UCCS has only committed 1 team foul here in the fourth quarter, so they can afford to be very aggressive here. Here's Arietta on the right wing. Tule-Sioux hits the deck in the lane. Now gets up. Here's Piper. Strong to the hole from the right. Missed the layup, though, and the rebound to Kelly. She'll get it out of there. Fire the ball ahead across the timeline. Here's Leaf. Stops at the top of the key. Goes inside to Hernandez. Wheels, goes up, and missed the banker. Rebound to Piper. Rips the ball free. Gets it ahead now to Arietta. 1:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Arietta across the timeline. Student section on their feet across the way here. Here's Lambert on the right side for the Thunderwolves. Works around a screen. Outside to Tule-Sioux. Left side to Arietta. Arietta works around the screen. Reach-in foul. That's only team foul number 2. But it'll allow the Thunderwolves to run a little more time off the clock here and reset the whole offense. So it'll be Anderson to trigger it in on the baseline. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Arietta trying to get free. Has the ball on the wing. Now she'll dribble it out top here. Goes right side to Lambert. Lambert a couple bounces. Goes outside. Ball knocked away into the backcourt. And Anderson able to chase it down. Hounded there by Ramirez. Now Tule-Sioux works it back across the timeline. Still plenty of time in the possession. 13 on the shot clock. Tule-Sioux now will start a drive. Goes right side. Timeout taken by the Thunderwolves with 9 on the shot clock. 51.6 to play. Fourth quarter, Thunderwolves by 2. They'll have 9 on the shot clock when we come back in 30 seconds on Fox Sports Pueblo. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Thunderwolves with the ball, leading by 2. 51.6 to go in the game. There's your game reset. UCCS has only committed 2 team fouls. Thunderwolves are over the limit. Inbounds past Arietta. She's got to do something in a hurry. Down to 7 on the shot clock. Arietta now on the left wing. Dribbles around the screen. Goes behind the back of the dribble. Hands the ball off. Tule-Sioux. 1 on the shot clock. Fires. Short. Long rebound. Comes outside to Ramirez. Here come the Mountain Lions. She'll bring it across the timeline. On to the right wing. 3-pointer gives the Mountain Lions the lead. Instead, they go down low to Hernandez. In for the shot. Blocked away by Piper. 19 on the shot clock. UCCS ball on the baseline. Here's Vigil to trigger it in. Holds it, lobs it outside, gets it to Ramirez. 18 on the shot clock. Hand the ball off now to Vigil. Down low to Hernandez. Turns, faces, goes to the baseline, fires it in the corner, stolen away by Arrieta. 20 on the clock, and Arrieta fouled in the backcourt. That's only team foul number 3. So now all those low team foul counts, it comes back to Hunch in a situation like this. But the Thunderwolves have to work hard to get the ball in bounds. Thunderwolves with 2 timeouts left.
Everybody get the ball.
Anderson to trigger it in, gets it into Piper, and she's immediately whacked and fouled. That's team foul number 4. So now one more chance here to get the ball in bounds. The last person you want to inbound the ball in would be Royer. Everybody else fair game for the Thunderwolves. Royer, the poorest free throw shooter out there, although she's 3 for 4 on the night. First things first, get it in, then worry about the free throws. Tule Suda triggered in. Gets it into Piper. Piper mugged. And she'll go to the line now to shoot a pair. Another second comes off the clock. We're down to 16.4 to go. 2 free throws for Ashley Piper. 3 of 4 in the ball game. She's 74% on the year. Five points in the game tonight. Spins it up and missed it. Shot came out a little flat. That leaves the door open here for the Mountain Lions. Need this one, though. You do not want to give a chance for the visitors to hit a 3 and beat you. One more for Ashley Piper, senior out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Spins it up and in. 6 points for Piper, 64-61. Timeout taken by the Thunderwolves. 16 seconds to go. Thunderwolves lead it by 3. Back for the finish on Fox Sports Pueblo. 64-61. Thunderwolves lead it by 3. Boy, could have hit 2 there to make it a lot easier here, but now UCCS, they don't have to necessarily go for the 3 right here. They can try to get the quick 2, but they're out of timeouts now. So that leads me to believe, I thought it was the Thunderwolves that took the timeout there, but it was UCCS that took the timeout. So they are out of timeouts. They can advance the ball, which they did. They're going to inbound it now right in front of their own bench here. So we'll see what kind of play they map out here. With no timeouts left, I think they're going to try to work for a 3-point shot here. They've got Knopfel in the ball game. She's a long-distance shooter. Here's the inbounds pass to Ramirez. They hand the ball off way outside. Work the ball around the perimeter. Knopfel can't get the shot off. Now steps back. High arching shot. It's an air ball. Rebound to Patterson. Hands it to Arrieta. And she is fouled in the backcourt with 6 seconds to go. They forced Knopfel off the 3-point line. She was about 3 feet behind the arc. High arching shot. Drew nothing but air. And Patterson right there for the rebound. Shannon at the line. She hasn't hit a free throw this year. 0 for 4 on the year. 1 free throw ices the game. Crowd becomes silent. Free throw on the way. Off the iron. No good. The door is still open. 0 for 5 now on the year is Shannon Patterson. Here's the second toss. 6 seconds to go. Free throw up. In and out, no good. They got a chance. They get the ball ahead. Here's Ramirez on the left wing. Stops. Lobs it cross court. Tule Sue knocks the ball free with 4/4 of a second to go. Out of bounds. And they had a 3-pointer lined up in the corner. Now with .4 to go, they're probably going to take a look at the clock to see if that's the proper time here. They might go to the video review. Because it's very important here. With .4 to go, you don't really have a chance to really catch it and shoot it. So now the officials talk it over, and they're going to come over and look to see what the exact time on the clock is. But what a great hustle play by Tule Sue Anderson, racing back up the court They had a player open in the corner. I think it was Jen Behill lined up for the 3. If she gets the pass, she's going to have a great look at it. Now it's going to be more of a desperation try here on the inbounds pass, depending on how much time they give them. Of course, with Comcast Entertainment Television in the house tonight, they can go right over here and go right to the replay. It works a lot smoother than having somebody on the PC or the laptop courtside doing it. Officials still down the way, taking a look at things here. Our lead official tonight is Katie Ressi. She's over there with Josh Rombach. Evan Sharples, he stays out on the court underneath the hoop. Talking to Marty, Mr. Security Guy, the guy you see at every game in the orange shirt. Players go back out on the court. Now they tell them to retreat and go back to their respective benches as they try to figure out exactly how much time should be on the clock here. I'm going to guess they're going to put .7 up there if I had to guess. I haven't seen the monitor. I'm just have a feel for it. Still re-racking it. Taking a look at the Comcast replay. And they still... Well, the players come back out on the court. Now they tell them to retreat again. So it gives a chance here for UCCS to map out a play, a little extended time, but really what can you do with this amount of time on the clock? They're hoping they'll get maybe a second, which maybe allow you to get an inbounds pass and maybe another quick pass and a shot, but even at that, that'd be a stretch. This is when it's good to be the home team and have the hometown clock operator. If UCCS was at home, they might have a chance to get that little extra phantom half second here. Still looking at the video replay here to try to figure out exactly how much time should go on the clock. Now the officials have looked at it. Now they'll have a huddle here and try to decide how much time to put on the clock. Now the official comes down. And whatever the explanation there to Jim Turgeon, he accepts it. So let's see what they put on the clock. 0.8. So I was 1/10 off. 0.8 on the clock here for UCCS. Three-pointer to send it into overtime. Thunderwolves will guard the three-point line with all their life here. Inbounds pass, lobbed outside. Knopfel from downtown. No good. Thunderwolves win it. Hard-fought win for the Thunderwolves, but they pull it out, and they win it 64-61. Back with our post-game show on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves win the ball game 64-61. And joining us now, our star of the game, Tule Sue Anderson. Great bounce-back game here tonight. 16 points in the ball game. Little tough shooting luck again in the first quarter tonight. You probably think, oh no, here we go again. But you finally got one to drop. And I think what really probably turned around your night or made it a good night, you got that drive to the hoop, the three-point play to get you started.
Yeah, it's hard having a zero first half, but I knew that I had to contribute somehow because this is one of the toughest teams in the conference, and I knew I can't let my team down by not scoring again. And plus, my coach said he'd rip me another one if I had 0 points again.
Exactly. But, you know going into a ball game, it's going to be tough sledding at times, especially when you got a superstar like Brittany Hernandez inside there ruling the roost, and a couple times you got decked inside there, but you just got to keep taking it back in there.
Yeah. She's an amazing basketball player. She's really athletic. She can jump. She has nice block shots, but I mean, I had to keep giving it to her, but we pulled it out, and I'm really happy about it.
Well, let's talk about that fourth quarter. You guys got a nice working margin there. The end of the third quarter got the lead up to 8, but you knew they're a great offensive team, and they were to come at you with a good run, but you guys held them off on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, we knew in all of our timeouts, Coach said, this is our game. We're going to win this game. We just got to play together. All week has been playing together. We have quotes of the week, and that's all it's been. Talk on offense, talk on defense, play together. So that's what we did in the fourth quarter.
And all that probably set up the play of the game in a lot of respects with Shannon at the free throw line. Missed the free throw. They got a good run out there. But play of the night, hustling in. If you don't get that pass, I think they had Jen Veal set up in the corner over there. If you don't get it, three-pointer right down the baseline, we're probably playing overtime.
Yeah, I knew that because I knew that they'd be leaking out, but so I knew I got to hustle because I'm really happy I got that almost steal down there. It kind of slipped out of my hands, but I knew I just had to hustle every play because they would have easily made that shot if I didn't get it.
Well, here's the good news for you, too. Mine's lost tonight. You're in first place.
Hey!
Tell everybody hello.
Hi, everybody. Nice job, Mackay. 31 points. Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandpa. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
There she is, the star of the game. Back with more right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderbolts win the ball game 64-61. And joining us now, the head coach, Jim Turgeon. And Jim, they made a nice run at you there late, but you guys held on. A great character win here tonight.
It really is. Our kids have played with class all year long. T gets emotional sometimes, but our kids really do play with class, and our coaching staff really tries to play with class. And when you do good things like that, and it's good karma, and I think we had that tonight. We knew it was going to be a tough game, and we knew they were going to make a run. They're too good offensively not to, and we held on.
Well, we talked about it a little bit there in the pregame talk, that they play a fast-paced game, and you might want to try to slow them down. But I came back, I said, well, your team kind of likes to play a little bit fast, and you played fast at the right times, I thought, in tonight's game. You slowed it down when you needed to, but when you had a chance to get after it, you did.
We're definitely getting better at that. We used to either be all slow or all fast, and we're mixing. And again, I just keep praising Dee. Dee's a big part of it. She always looks over at me to when we need to slow it down and stuff. And I think we still played every once in a while a little too fast in the half court, but we're getting so much better, and I'm just so proud of our team.
Well, then we talk about offense, but really the key to this game was defense. You held a team that scores 74 a game down to 61, and really kind of kept them out of their element.
Well, two things. They can score and shoot it, but they're a very good free throw shooting team. So not only did we guard them, but we guarded them without fouling.
Right.
And then we got to the free throw line, and we shot the ball. So we kind of flipped the script on them, and I think we're capable of doing that. If we continue to do that, we're going to win a lot of games.
Well, and the good news is, telling you right when you got out here, you'd heard it, though, but Regis held on. They defeated Mines. Mines finally loses a close ball game, so now you're in that tie where you want to be in this conference race. It's all jumbled up there at the top, but no time to relax, though, right?
Yeah, I told the girls to enjoy it for about an hour, and we got to start thinking about Metro. Metro is about 500 team, but they play very, very good defense. I think they're very well coached, and this win won't mean much if we lose tomorrow night. So I'm very happy. I'm happy we're at this point in the season, and we're tied for first, and we got 6 games left to go, though.
Well, finally, we'll talk. You touched on Tule Sue Anderson, but I know you and I both. I know you are frustrated at times with Mariana Lambert, a little too unselfish, but tonight finally got that shot, and she has a beautiful looking shot. You just need to get her to shoot more, and tonight really helped out with their offense.
I told her last night at practice in front of everybody, I said, Mari, if you don't shoot the 3 when you're open, I'm taking you out. I said, Mari, did you hear me? I'm going to take you out if you don't shoot the 3. And she's so much better when she doesn't think and just shoots the ball, and I'm glad she's on our team.
All right, well, nice job tonight. Good win, good crowd here tonight. Enjoy it for a little bit. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.
Right,
there's the head coach, Jim Turgeon, back with more on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderbolts win the ball game 64-61. Let's give you a quick recap of the way the game went. It was back and forth early on in this game. Thunderbolts led it 11-9 at the end of the first quarter. UCCS then had one of their best stretches of the night. They got the lead up to 6, or actually to 4 at 18-14. Thunderbolts bounced back with 5 in a row to lead it 19-18. But then the Mountain Lions scored 7 straight. They go at 25-19. But not to be outdone, the Thunderbolts able to reel them back in, eventually leading it at halftime 33-32. Mountain Lions got a 3-point play to start the second half, led it 35-33. But then the Thunderwolves scored 6 straight. A 3-pointer by UCCS cut it back to 1. Then the Thunderwolves closed out the quarter on a 13-6 run, led it by 8 at the end of 3 quarters, 52-44. Mountain Lions came back. They got a three-point play. Then they stole an inbounds pass, hit a layup to make it 56-54. Thunderwolves, though, came back with a three-pointer to go ahead 59-54. Got a fast break bucket to make it 61-54. Again, the Mountain Lions came back, got it within 2 at 61-59. Thunderwolves then got a crucial hoop to make it 63-59. Again, the Mountain Lions came back, cut it to 2 at 63-61. Piper fouled, went to the free throw line, hit 1 out of 2. Thunderwolves led it 64-61. Mountain Lions came down, missed. Patterson with the rebound, but she came down, missed 2 free throws. A run out for the Mountain Lions, but Csu Anderson making an incredible play, deflecting a pass out of bounds. There was 0.4 of a second on the clock. They reset it to 8 after the video review. Inbounds pass came in. Knaufel, desperation three-pointer at the buzzer, missed. Thunderwolves win it 64-61. Quickly looking at some of the numbers for tonight. Thunderwolves with 4 players in double figures. Csu Anderson, our star of the game, finishes off with 16. Molly Rohr with 11. Lambert and Moore with 10 apiece. Both those players coming off the bench to score there. Arrieta with 8. Piper with 6. Beagley with 3. 21 of 55 from the field were the Thunderwolves. That's 38%. 7 of 24 shooting threes. That's 29%. 15 of 20 from the free throw line. 75%. For the Mountain Lions tonight, 3 players in double figures. Shannon Leaf, great game tonight, had 13 points. Brittany Hernandez held to 10. That's 11 under her season average. Shannon Kelly had 11. Carter with 7. Knaufel with 6. Fisher with 4. O'Flanagan with 3. Ramirez with 2. 24 of 64 from the field for the Mountain Lions. That's 38%. Only 4 of 23 shooting threes tonight. That's 17%. 9 of 12 from the free throw line. 75%. Mountain Lions did out-rebound the Thunderwolves tonight. 43-34. The leading rebounders, Hernandez and Kelly, with 8 apiece. 10 rebounds tonight for Ashley Piper, leading the way for the Thunderwolves. Thunderwolves with 12 assists on their 21 made baskets. Arrieta with 3. Anderson, Lambert, and Piper with 2 apiece. 4 assists tonight to lead the way for Brittany Hernandez for the Mountain Lions. 13 turnovers for UCCS. Thunderwolves turned it over only 9 times. 4 block shots in the game. Molly Rohr with 2 of those. 1 block shot for Brittany Hernandez. 8 steals tonight for UCCS. 3 of those by Ramirez. 6 steals for the Thunderwolves. 2 of those by D. Arrieta. Thunderwolves win it 64-61. Back with Ralph Turner right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.